Hello people of the internet! Firstly, they found a chili hotter than book chocolate, so that's a challenge in itself, isn't it? So maybe keep an eye out for that video because that might be happening very soon. Secondly, I finished the Mortal Instruments and oh my god, Cassandra Clare, end of City of Lost Souls, Magnus and Alec, sort that out please for the next one. City of Heavenly Fire. Please just rectify that situation. Because while I do understand it, it didn't make me very happy and I cried for a very long time. So please, for that, thank you. If you watched my last book recommendations video, which was for the Mortal Instruments City of Bones, you will know that this month's book that I recommended was Divergent by Veronica Roth. It was recommended to me by this person right here. Oh my god, is it so good? Like, oh my god. I knew nothing about this when I got told to read it. It was sort of one of those, I'm just going to buy it and open it and learn about it as it goes along, which is the way I think it should be. Like, you can read the back and, you know, a little bit about it, but I really like it when a book really surprises you because you don't know what's going on in it. It took me a while to get into it, but I think that's because I'd been living so much in the Mortal Instruments world. I literally read the Mortal Instruments in a week, and then it was like the weekend, and then I started Divergent, so I think that's why it took me a while, because it was going from one world to another. But once I finally got into it, oh my god, it was amazing. Like, there was so many times where I'd just be like, it felt like I was hanging on to like a Ferris wheel and was gonna fall off at any minute with the ride that I was on with these characters. And I was just so... I can't. I loved it. I'm gonna read the back again for you, and I'm just sort of gonna explain a little bit about it. 16-year-old Triss is forced to make a terrible choice. In a divided society where everyone must conform, Triss does not fit. So she ventures out alone, determined to discover where she truly belongs. Shot by her brutal new life, Triss can trust no one, and yet she is drawn to a boy who seems to both threaten and protect her. The hardest choice lies ahead. Basically, it's like futuristic America. It reminded me a bit of the Hunger Games in that. There's 5 factions in like where they all live, and that's Candor, Amity, Erudite, Abnegation, and Dauntless. And when you turn 16, you have a test where they say which one you are like recommended in, and then you go to a choosing ceremony where you choose your new faction. There's then like a series of initiations to see if you actually fit to be part of that. If not, you're factionless, and that's not good. I loved it. It was amazing. Oh my god. Veronica Roth has done a really good job of writing this. I absolutely fell in love with it. I can't wait to read the second one because there is another one. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. I love this world. I want to live here for a little bit longer. Also made a little book journal, and it's covered in my favourite books. So there's Twilight, Harry Potter, Mortal Instruments, a couple of John Green books. This is Candy Floss, which is one of my favourite books by Jacqueline Wilson. A couple of classics on there. And inside is my reviews for the books that I'm going to be reading for this channel. So here's my Mortal Instruments one, and there's pictures of the books, what I thought of it and how many stars it has. And then there is my Divergent one as well, and what I thought about it. So I'm going to be doing that with all of the books that I'm going to be reading. I thought it would be really good just to keep a log to say what I thought about them. I think it would be really good to look back on, you know, when it's full. I have some really bad news. My bookshelf is full. It finally is full, and there is no room anywhere in my room to put any more books. So for my birthday, I got one of these. Yep. When ebooks started to come out, I was in there. Nothing is better than a book. Books smell nice. Books, you can have a physical copy. There is nothing that makes me happier than going out and buying a book. And when City of Heavenly Fire comes out, I will be buying it. It can like stay on my bed or something. I'm not, like, that is going to be a book that I own. But I have no space for any other books, so I have to stop buying them on my Kindle. And I I do like my Kindle. It was a very good birthday present and I love it, but I'm quite sad to just not be reading. I miss books. But yeah, so my next book, next month's, I'll be reading it on here, and it's the Infernal Devices series. I'm well aware that I should have read these when I read The Mortal Instruments. Cassandra Clare, who wrote them all, said that you should read them in publication order, which I didn't do because I read all of The Mortal Instruments in one go, and then I'm going to now be reading the Infernal Devices. And one of my friends told me that I need to read them, so that's my recommendation for next month. So I will be talking about those ones next month. So be prepared for a new chili video, because that's probably gonna happen if I can get hold of some of the actual chili. Go and buy Divergent, and also the City of Bones movie comes out this month, so go and watch that as well. I need to go because I'm going to go and watch The Conjuring at the cinema. So I'll see you next week for a video if I make it out of the cinema alive. Bye!